So what we're going to do today is November 3rd. That's what we're going to talk about. So in brief, we will talk about the new course by Andrew Ng, Generative AI, and we will look at all other interesting things that I'm working on. Interesting not because I'm working on, but because they are really interesting, and I'll show you how I'm implementing them. So that's what we're going to do. What we did before is all shown down below, but it's going from the top to the bottom. So that's the start. Okay. Now, Andrew Ng came up with a new course. The course is right here. It's called Generative AI for Everyone. That is the link. And I previously opened it, but somehow that closed, so I need to log in again. Now let's go to the course. Yes. Okay, I thought I heard something. Okay, I go to the course because I have an account, but that account is free, and you can create a free account and look at this course. Unlike other courses, this one is a multi-weeks. But even though it is multi-week course, it's not really very long. It's just spaced out. That I think they're experimenting with that. They say about an hour of videos left. Now let's see. Week number 1, week number 2, also 1 hour, 5 minutes. Reading materials, graded assignments. Those graded assignments, and especially the certificate, that's optional. That's optional and also for pay. So you can get all the learning that you want for free. It's just your work. And if you want an official recognition, you can pay, and you can even pay later. That's the structure. So what I want to do is to look at these titles and look at what they are going to teach us about. And that's my plan. That's the new course. There are lots of courses. You might remember I have a whole collection of what one should learn. And I don't want to give that away, man, but I already did it, right? I already created the link for you before. Maybe I didn't put it there, but I gave it to you on the chat. So let's be consistent. I made it a public, open for read. So let me open that and give it to you here, and it will be there for all the time, and it will be something useful. So I need to switch to another account. In this other account, I need to open the drive. And that's, I call it Sky AI Team Education. Well, maybe I should call something else, but that doesn't matter. I should look at the share. And it is already shared for everyone who has the link to become a viewer. So all I need to do is to copy this link, then go back to our folder. And here, that's the learning plan. Is that the same? Yes, it is. So maybe I should call it correct so that nobody's confused and I am not confused. It is Kaya Team Learning or Education, whatever you call it. Learning plan. So it's there. I have put it on the first entry, called it 0, because unlike all others, this one is called for everyone. Since it is called for everyone, and we can emphasize that, it doesn't want to emphasize, okay. Then it's number 0 and it is here. But you can see that there are lots of things you can learn, exactly 20 now, and they are all advanced. Just recently, meaning yesterday, I got a request from IRS. Now, I'm not talking directly to IRS, and they don't want money. They want AI education. They said, give us all the possible AI education that we can possibly learn. So that's too much. You don't give 20 courses to that request. But I gave them a few, and I will keep you informed how smart IRS will become. No, no blame, but these are very smart people. I work with yet another trainer, and he tells me these are the smartest, best, greatest people. It's amazing, right? It's a government organization. You would expect uh, not such glowing praise, but that is exactly what he told me. Okay, I'm going to the side too much. We were looking at the course, and that would be potentially course number 0. Even though maybe course number 1 is still better. Yes, I have put it number 0, but it's a long thing. Do you give number 0 to that? That's a question. But question or no, I would recommend everybody starts with this ChatGPT prompt. If everybody wants a long introduction, it's this one, and therefore, let's go there. What Andrew does, and I should maybe share again with the sound. So sharing it with the sound, and he probably introduces you to say that I'm very happy to see you here.
Welcome to Generative AI for Everyone. Since the release of ChatGPT, AI, specifically generative AI, has caught the attention of many individuals, corporations, and governments. It is a very disruptive technology that's already changing how many people learn and work. Many developers think that generative AI will empower many people and lead to productivity gains and all.
Well, I also think this way, in the sense that that really changes everything. And I'll be talking about some of the projects of mine and how they are changed because of that. So I think it is a good course. So let's look. After this, he talks about how generative AI works in general, and more specifically, LLM as a thought partner. User can start just talking to ChatGPT and doing nothing else. I will open a ChatGPT window for that here. And I think what you can do is just start using it all the time. I noticed that I have some friends who are not all that's one fast, and they keep asking, well, so what should I do with it? Well, stop asking or ask it. Like you'll have a question, what should I do with AI? Just ask it. And once it answers, okay, so he tells you. Once it answers, then you will get more and more ideas, but just plunge in it. You need to start somewhere, and that's what we are talking about. Now, the next thing is that they usually use the term LLM, but between me and you, there is nothing comparable to ChatGPT. We'll talk about what attempts are there, but usually when Andrew says LLM, he just wants to be generic. What he really means is ChatGPT. It's a general purpose technology in the sense that it can talk about anything in any language. I'm not going to speak languages to that right now, but it can. And all of my friends, like all my Russian friends, they only talk in Russian. Of course, why not? But they speak in any language that they prefer. So that's the introduction. And he will probably give you some practical exercise and advice and all the wonderful stories about how one guy runs his company by appointing it as a CEO and how it makes him hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's week one. And remember that this week is 1 hour of videos. That's not much, right? Let's go to week two. So we're going to code something ourselves. That's real easy, and the examples are right there in all of Andrew's courses. It's a Python notebook. When you go through the course, you don't need to know Python and you don't need to install anything because he gives it to you in his environment. You also do not need the key, the API to the ChatGPT because again, you run it at his expense. But when you do it on your own, then you'll go open ChatGPT, OpenAI platform, create an account, get a key, and I usually give you a key. If I want you to run anything here now, I usually give you a key and you ask a verifying question. Will I please give you a key forever? And it won't work for many reasons, not only money, but because eventually you will leak it out. The minute you leak it out, for example, and maybe not any minute, but a second you leak it out, you commit it accidentally to the repository in GitHub. Immediately it's killed by OpenAI. It's disabled. So it will not last for long. All right, so you run his examples at his expense in his account. And if you want to copy the same notebook and save it, it's very easy. Just save it and run it on your own. Then Andrew will teach you how to create a whole project and give you some ideas on what it will cost. So I'll give you that idea is that one question is however many words you send it, and then you pay for every word. The amount is extremely small. I'm running right now a startup, a legal startup that I showed to you guys many times, and it's getting popular. I mean, the AI part of it. And I estimate we spend $50 a month for all the requests that all the people want. How many requests? Again, I estimate maybe 10, 20 people use it. 10, 20 people use it maybe every day. And still, it's about $50 to $100 a month. That's the intuition for the cost, but the exact numbers are you need to go to how many cents or fraction of the cent is advertised on the website, and it is advertised per token. What is a token? It's either a word or part of the word. The technical name is a token because it's what used in NLP, natural language processing. But just the practical idea is that it's about 50% more tokens than the words. So you count in the number of words. The number of words will grow eventually because you're going to add history. But history is what we're going to talk about later on. Now, week 3, as you can see, how exactly you're going to use these LLM and UIs, because there are hundreds of different UIs. By the way, I just talked to a friend about something related. He is working with Coursera. And at Coursera, they asked him to write 100 courses. Wow, what that's a whole 100 courses. What are they about? All kinds of tools. It's a 1 hour course broken into 25-minute lectures with exercises, with everything, but it's some weird names that I never heard about. That kind of AI and this kind of AI, and it's not Poe, Poe. Poe, everybody knows Poe, but these are some, I would say, obscure tools, and nevertheless, Coursera is just branching out, ask providers that can do this, and he's a provider that can do it, and create 100 courses. Okay, what else is in this course? New workflows, new opportunities. So you probably see then AI will talk to AI. And recently, one famous writer, who's a wonderful writer, but her name escapes me. She is, I think, 85, writes a book or 2 books a year, is extremely popular, very smart. You cannot stop reading. So she says about AI writing stuff. Who will read it? She says AI will read it. And then the idea comes, people don't read. Or so they say, she adds. Americans don't read. And if so, well, maybe I will read whatever the writers write. But that's not directly related to this. You can have many components. I remember this because of automation potential across sectors. You can create workflow of different AI components, and there are libraries for that. And as a result, you tell the AI, adjust your uh, responses. For example, you can first ask, is that about medicine or is it about physics? And that request you send to ChatGPT. Then it replies, and you continue with the appropriate model. You're saying you are a young doctor who is curing cancer, answer this question, or you are a promising physicist who is into math, answer that question. That is the automated potential. You can create different ways of structuring your workflow, and I showed you where that is. I showed you the complete plan right here, the complete Skya recommended. Well, that's what recommended. Okay, and now we're complete. All right, that is as far as the course is concerned. Now let me do this. Let me look at the chat. Let me see. Additional topic, Joe James Houston. Okay, Joe James, do you want to talk about this now? Or do you want to chat about this and then we'll decide how do you want to handle it? You can.
Mark, can you hear me?
Yes, very well.
Okay. As you know, using Google, Microsoft, while using Edge, Monica pops up, Claudia, etc. And of course, the marketing strategy was to make everything free. And in the last week, everything has asked me for approximately $20 a month for each of their products. And I was wondering which one was useful across most of the platforms, or do you have to look at a particular AI product in a particular
That is a
area?
great question. If ever the Coursera gets you these courses on different $20 tools, then they will. But I don't know enough about those additional products. I only use ChatGPT because in my mind it is the best. So sorry that I cannot help you with that. So you're more into the additional question rather than additional topic. I left an email here. If you want to discuss something you want to present, then you're very welcome to present that. And I would rehearse it. Last time we tried and improvised the presentation and it didn't go well. So we can rehearse and then you can talk. Is that okay, Joe?
Yes, I'll go ahead and do the research to outline the 4 or 5 packages.
Okay, and maybe you will present your results. So
yes,
here's an email.
I can do a bar type graph. Some of them work with several layers of what do you call it? GPM4, Claudia, Monica, etc.,
Wow.
etc.
Yes, interesting. So, okay, so please investigate, research, and show it to us next time.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, that was the new course that I wanted to show you. The new interesting thing, it will be a demo. I mean, I will be doing it, and I'll show you what's going on. So, if you talk to ChatGPT, it remembers what you said, like this. My name. What is my name? Okay, I'm sorry, but I don't know what your name is. Okay. Okay, my name is Mark. Nice to meet you, Mark. Okay. What is my name? Your name is Mark. Okay. That is because there is a level of software that we don't see. We only see the last question and the answer, but there is a level that implements memory, implements what has been said. If you look into the ChatGPT API, if you look into scripting that, you will see that it does not remember. So if you just go to Python scripting and keep asking what is your name until you're blue in the face, it will not know. However, you can add this memory on your own. Now, what I mean is this. Let's say you're talking to one application, and that's a Casify application for lawyers. It has a certain amount of AI here. Let's say you go and discuss a certain case, any case, because I'm going to ask it just one thing. What is my name? Better yet, I'll say my name is Mark, because what I want to illustrate is that it will not remember. Okay. What is my name? Doesn't know. Just to prove the point that it does know something, I will ask, what are the charges, let's say? Because remember, after all, this is legal software. So tell me, what are the charges? Oh, no. How come? Well, because it needs to index all the information that it has. What information does it have? Has this video that's transcribed. So it should be able to answer the questions about that. Let's see, is it still indexing? Yes, still indexing. But in the end, it will know what the case is about and it will blabber about that. It will still not remember my name. Now, here, what is in the video transcription? And if I cannot spell out transcription, it will still understand me. There's something to think, but it knows about this transcription. You see where it is very useful. Well, that's the real application. Now I will show you the one that's in the works. The one that's in the works is called test. It is what we work on before we show it to the public. And here I can open the one that I'm working on and ask it the same question. My name is Mark. And if so, what is my name? Wonderful. In testing, it remembers. How do you do that? The answer is very simple. It turns out that I could add the memory in a very simple way. I can say this. Let's go back. I can say let's open I can say I said this. It's here. I said, what is my name? Here. Sorry for all these problems. Okay, and then I said, what are the charges? You said you didn't know. Then I said, what is in the video transcription? I'm skipping what it said about I don't know because that's not interesting. I said, you said, you said. Okay, now I want to, now my question is, tell me more about him. So normally it would not remember, tell me more about him, because just said that I don't remember anything you say. But I reminded it. I said everything. Let's try that. Here. So now I'm saying a warm thing. I said, no, I go, she goes. Okay, figure out. Tell me more about him. That's my real question. It takes some time to understand all of that, but he got it. He knows we're talking about Ramon. And my trick worked. Of course, you cannot ask people to copy, paste, and combine it all into a question, but that's exactly what we did here. You don't see that, but when I ask a question here, it sends all of the previous history. What did you say about my name? Yeah. Now, there are some limitations. There is a limit on how long the question can be. So the real implementation of this technology includes something else. You use the library called LangChain, and it can buffer your questions and put a window on them so that your question doesn't grow too long. Our conversations usually don't go too long, It's just the 2-3 questions so far. So we implemented in a very primitive way by just copy pasting, combining the results, and you see that it worked. So that was one of the things. Let me check. No chat so far. Okay, let me stop share and see if there are any more questions. No, and we will continue. I just want to show you one thing. So I'm sharing the screen again. And what I want to show you is there is a difference between this kind of AI that is a dialogue and another kind of not so much AI that is a search. Here you are talking to AI just look like you're talking to a person. And there is a way to do searches. Now, I'm not showing you the searches because you all know Google does searches, websites do searches. They try to implement this. They try to implement more than just search. And that's a story that's going on right now. Does Google steal, does Microsoft steal the search from Google? That's a separate question, but practically, people like lawyers need both. So our Caseify AI in the next step is, what do you want? Do you want to talk to me like you're talking to a person, or do you have your specific queries and do you have your specific search terms? And I will give you that. It turns out that both approaches have their place. Of course, this is much more powerful. But sometimes you want to search. You want to say, just show me all the documents that have this word. Don't try to be smart on me and don't give me the answers. Don't hide anything either. I want all the answers. Just show me the most important first, just like Google. All right. So that's what I'm working on. It turns out that there is a group of lawyers that are more interested in both than one specific one. And I'm not showing that to you, but I already have one application that's doing search and I'm adding the AI part to it. I really hoped to show that, but honestly, it's not ready. So what we will do is this. Here, preparing for the next week. And it will be for the 10th of November. My application is called Freed, which search with the AI. That's what I will show because I absolutely promised everybody I'll do it. Okay, now let me do this. I'll stop sharing. I will look at the chat because there was a question. Greg, can I share the link for the ACM class on Saturday? Building, yes, of course. Using LangChain RAG, that's a very interesting course. And you're one of the multiple instructors, of course, I say, of course. And what you can do, Greg, is wonderful. That's on chat, but what I'm doing is copy and pasting it that. Oh, it opened. And I'm not sure if I need this. Yes, that's the thing. So let me do that. Let me put it on our chat just in case for everyone. Also, let me put it on our webinar page. here. Just put at the top. There you are. Okay, that was your question, and we have come up with a reasonable answer. You also cover chain of thought, react reason. That sounds like very advanced. I will definitely attend, but other people, it's their choice. What Andrew does there is a little bit lower level, but that's very advanced. You guys need it if you want to be real, if you want to implement something. Okay, thank you very much. I did it, I posted it, and I think we were just showing what's left. We were planning the next time. So here you are, and we were talking about that I will show this. Now the news will be different, of course, so we'll see what will be the news. But if nobody has anything, I will say we're done. We're good. We did interesting things, and we will do even more interesting things later on. What I mean is this freed tool, that was around for a long time. That was one of my first projects. And it even has a website. And by the way, that website is the top on Google search naturally, because that's the only e-discovery application that is open source. However, it gets a new life now that this same application can include ChatGPT. It is able to compete against all other big companies, and that is what will happen next week. All right, so wonderful. I'll stop share for sure now, and I wish you good luck, great week, great weekend, and hopefully we will see each other next time. Thank you.